In this video tutorial, I will be teaching you how to varnish your oil or acrylic paintings in order to have an even coat all over your painting and protect the color and create this eternal glow and archivability. You need to varnish your paint. But if you want your painting stand the test of time, if you want your colors being vibrant and ageless, if you want your coat all over the painting being even, varnishing is the great thing that you could do. Also, it prevents your colors from fade. So here's an example of the painting we are going to be varnishing today that I have done. This painting is going to be hanging in my dearest friend's office, and I want to prevent it from colors being faded, from textures being uneven, and therefore we are going to be varnishing it. In order to varnish your painting, I use gum bar gloss. There are different type of Sheen cover varnishes. There are matte varnishes, there are semi-gloss, and there are gloss varnishes. I love gloss varnishes for the reason that they create the real vibrancy in your colors, so your colors really enhanced by the gloss. And of course, you know, somebody prefers less glossy, then they will be using matte paintings don't have that much of the gloss. But gum bar gloss by Gambling works for oil or acrylic painting. The only thing about varnishing, you have to make sure your painting is completely dry. I mean, like completely dry to the touch, that there is no any kind of stickiness going on. So if you paint in oils, especially if you paint in oils, I would recommend wait for at least a week. I mean, this painting waited for more than a week actually for me to be finished in that varnish, the gum bar varnish. But it is not that complex, but it's a very enjoyable process because you see how colors instantly become more vibrant. It's like you're putting life into the painting. So let's get into that. So for the varnishing, we are going to be using gum bar by gloss by Gambling, and we're gonna be using large brush. I mean, I love using filbers for that. And what varnishing does, varnishing evens the textures in the painting. Like right now, you could see somewhere glossy, some spots are glossy, some spots are flat. By putting varnish on this painting, we are going to even all the texture. It's all going to be glossy. It's gonna take the make the vibrancy of colors even brighter, and it is going to prevent this painting from any future damages. Okay, so right here I'm going to put gum bar on my glass palette. I used to pour it straight on the painting. I really don't recommend doing it anymore because you cannot create even texture. And so we dump our brush into the gum bar and we start going one directional movements with it. You don't want to go if you do vertical, keep doing vertical. If you do horizontal, keep doing horizontal. Another important thing that before you start varnishing your painting, it has to be completely dry. Completely dry to the touch. Like this painting, I had it dried for several weeks before I got into varnishing it. Okay, so right here I'm taking my gum bar and keep going in one directional way. In order to prevent this painting from not being varnished evenly, you can take a look at the angle on the light and see what spots you have missed. Like right here, for example, I have glass bead textures and they're extra hard to get covered. It takes more work to go through those spots comparing to some flat places. So right now you see how I'm all going into this vertical direction for the painting, but it is all one direction. And you could see how the colors become vibrant right away. So like right here at this angle, we could see if we missed any spots. Once you varnish your painting, make sure that it's hanging or laying in a dust-free spot. Gumware, what I love about gumware gloss, that it's odorless. It doesn't have any side effects for me working with it. Sometimes one coat, so right now I'm finished with one coat of this varnishing, and sometimes one coat is just not enough. Then we have to do a second coat, but before we'll do second coat, we have to make sure that first coat is completely dried to the touch. And it takes about 24 hours. And this is it. Also, when you varnish the painting, make sure that you don't get any hair or dust on your painting, because a varnish is very sticky. If you use gumware as a varnisher, you cannot dilute it with anything. Like certain type of varnishes that you can dilute them with odorless mineral spirits. You cannot do that with gumware. It is a right consistency. You apply it straight from the bottle. I used to pour gumware straight on the painting, but then it creates uneven texture. Somewhere where pour it right straight, it's very, very glossy, and I cannot get rid of that gloss comparing to other places where I rub it with the brush. So I recommend to pour it in some little container or on your glass palette, and then dip your brush in the varnish and then spread it on your painting with the brush, not pour directly on the canvas. Okay guys, another tip I have, in order to see if you have even covering of the varnish on your painting, you could take a look at the painting on the angle. That will allow you to see where some areas are missing the varnish that you're using, and then you will apply. If for some reason you miss some area and you notice next day, make sure until completely dried, and then you can apply second coat of varnish. Like, I don't see any areas that I missed, so I just leave this one coat of varnish and I will call it good. But if you missed a spot or two, wait until it dries and varnish it again. Okay guys, I forgot to mention something very important. After you finish with your varnishes, whatever brushes you use, some people use varnish brushes, something that they could just toss away right away. I like using my filberts, but it is very, very important to clean your brushes in solvent right after you did your varnishing. Otherwise your brushes will be very stiff, and eventually you could recover them by using Murphy's soap, but I recommend you to clean them right away if you don't want to ruin your brushes, unless you have brushes that you could just toss away. And making sure you clean it in solvent like gum salt or any odorless mineral spirit solvent. Okay guys, now we're done varnishing the painting, and the colors really vibrant and the textures are even. So if you wanna have your painting looking like an extra oomph, like extra luxury item, I really recommend varnishing it. I hope this video was helpful to you guys. Let me know if you have questions in the comments below. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you would love to know more artistic tips and just follow artistic journey with me. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you. Bye.